Inscryption isn't just a card game. It's a horror experience with a sinister backstory, one I was not ready for. On the surface, the first act seems simple, a card game where you are trapped inside a dark cabin. Across the table sits Leshy, a crazed AI dealer with glowing eyes and a twisted sense of humor. It becomes very clear he is a sadistic madman who wants nothing more than to see you suffer. However, it becomes obvious you're not just playing against the dealer, you're playing against the game itself. The cabin is alive with secrets, safes, hidden messages, and puzzles that can't be solved with brute force. As you lose, reset, and reevaluate your strategy, the cards change, and bits of the mystery reveal themselves. Hell, you even become a card yourself. It's frustrating, terrifying, and brilliant. You're trapped in a loop of strategy and surprise, constantly questioning what's fair and what's manipulation. And that's Act 1 in a nutshell, a non-stop kick to the balls. But that's not the full story. Through hidden recordings, we learn about Luke Carter, a YouTuber documenting trading card games who has led to discovering a beta copy of Inscryption.
What?
At first he thinks he's playing a weird beta of a forgotten game, but it slowly takes over his computer, and the lines between reality and the game begin to blur. The scribes, Leshy, Magnificus, Grimora, and PO3, are the true gods of Inscryption. In a normal game, they'd be just the factions of the cards that you play. Here, they are sentient entities fighting for control of the narrative itself. As each scribe takes over, the game mutates, changing the rules, the mechanics, and even the very world around you. By the time you start piecing together Leshy's tricks and the game's secrets, it becomes clear. You're not in control here. The game is consistently watching, responding, and evolving. It's like playing cards with a psychopath, and not the one down at your local hobby shop. You know who you are. Halfway through, the rug is pulled out from underneath you, and the game suddenly becomes something entirely different. Through Luke's found footage recordings, we see the game reach beyond the screen. It's no longer just Leshy's cabin. It's a story playing out in the real world. Luke is harassed and threatened by the game's parent company, yet he denies having the beta disc. Still, the game pulls him in, controlling his environment, testing him, and taking over his computer. Once Leshy is defeated, the game reboots, and when it reopens, it's no longer the same, becoming a Game Boy-style adventure. From that point forward, it doesn't just test you, it plays with your mind. Eventually you learn the game's developer, Casey Hobbs, found something she shouldn't have. The old data. Luke is warned several times to avoid searching too deeply into the game, however his curiosity gets the best of him. As the scribes war over the narrative, a much more dangerous force is waiting patiently for its chance to destroy far more than the game world. After finishing Inscryption, players discovered Casey's Mod, a free update that reimagines the first act as a standalone roguelike. On the surface, it's a harder version of Leshy's cabin, full of modifiers and challenges, but beneath all of that, it's something much stranger. A sequel told through the eyes of Casey Hobbs herself, the developer mentioned in the main game who died under mysterious circumstances. The mod blurs the lines between player and game tester, developer and victim, showing a haunting portrait of someone trapped inside of their own creation. Every playthrough is a window into Casey's obsession, her attempts to control the game she helped create, and the strange peace she finds in that endless loop. It's a subtle, tragic layer that reframes the first act as both a horror story and a meditation on creation and obsession. I cannot remember ever playing a game that teaches you the rules by breaking them. The cards aren't just tools, they're characters, and they warn you that you're making a bad move. They beg you to keep them safe. Every victory feels earned, every loss feels personal. And every hidden secret feels like a reward for daring to dig too deep. And once the final secret is revealed, it threatens our very existence. I do not want to spoil the entire story here for you, I feel like it's worth playing for yourself. As with all Daniel Mullins games, he sets up meta-narratives about sentient video games antagonizing the player. But this time, you aren't the player, Luke is. The story teeters between found footage horror and an analog ARG-style urban legend. It feels like playing through a really good creepypasta. As the player, you are more of a third party finding the footage of the game being played. We are often reminded of this by seeing the recording symbol in the upper right-hand corner, or seeing the video scan lines, and by seeing the files of Luke's recordings. Inscryption is far more than just some card game. It's horror, puzzle, and narrative wrapped all together, designed to unsettle, surprise, and make you question what a game really is. Even if you're not a card game fan, this is an experience that you need to see for yourself. Go in blind, and the less you know, the more it will get under your skin. And once you start playing, it won't just be the cards you remember, it'll be the feeling of curiosity, fear, and obsession, lingering long after the game is over. And let me tell you, that final scene still haunts me today. However, there is one last thing that bothers me. If we are a third party, who are we exactly? An employee from GameFuna? The police? Or yet just another unsuspecting victim of the game? Play it for yourself, experience it, and see how far you're willing to go to understand the game itself. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you thought of this game in the comments down below. Please like and subscribe. I took a little break to try and really focus on how to create a better video for anyone who watches. Thank you again, and remember, Can't never did anything.